morning, FHS, and welcome to this week's special intro edition of the Saber Roar. I'm Trinity.
And I'm Jack. This week, we'd like to highlight some of the exceptional work that the Intro to Video Production students have created.
The first step towards being able to work on the Saber Roar is to take the first class, Intro to Video Production. The students learn how to run the equipment in the studio and work on a news story to learn how to use field equipment, and then learn how to edit with Final Cut Pro.
Today, we are highlighting some of the outstanding news stories produced by the Intro students. We begin with a story by freshman Tori Frank. Anime Club is in its 4th consecutive year and has become a hit activity here at FHS.
In the halls of Franklin High School, there is a club unknown to many, the Anime Club.
I think Anime Club is just a school club where you can sit down and enjoy anime, watch some anime, and talk about it with other people.
Since Anime Club is only a club involved in watching and discussing anime, switching between meeting locations is simple, since all the anime they watch is on a single flash drive.
On Mondays, we are at Mr. Kanya's room downstairs, and on Fridays we are in Mr. Nemo's room, and each day it goes from after school until 4:15.
Even the teacher advisors take a break from their work to watch. But you need to keep your eye on the screen because the episodes are all in Japanese with English subtitles.
When we watch anime, it can be subbed or dubbed, but usually we go with subbed because nobody likes the dub version.
While dubbing means there is an English voiceover of the characters, it is an unpopular way to watch, since during the translation of Japanese to English, the script can get changed, resulting in confusing dialogue. By reading your way through the episode, you can enjoy the story of the anime. Even if anime is new to you, sitting in on a meeting may be a fun experience. And don't be shy on joining. They welcome new members at any time.
We should join. Anime Club is one of the many clubs and activities here at FHS. There are so many ways to get involved and meet new people with the same interests as you. Check with the Athletic and Activities Office for more opportunities. The clubs are always welcoming new members.
Have you ever wondered how our POMS team can go through their whole routine without missing a step? Freshman Ava Pugh brings us a story on how Strive Fitness plays a part.
Franklin Dance Team has been training with Strive Fitness for about 3 years. Strive is a fitness gym dedicated to training local athletes.
We usually have Strive about once a week for at least an hour.
Strive helps the team gain stamina and work on their strength to improve their jumps and have strong arms for all the routines. It also helps them not be tired and be able to get through their routines cleanly.
It's important to train hard for the physical aspect of the sport to improve physically, but also mentally, learning how to challenge your body when you get tired, learning how to stay strong. We do a lot of lateral movements, dynamic jumps, core drills, partner drills to help each other improve, and a lot of stability, mobility type exercises.
Looking towards the future, the Franklin Dance Team plans to continue training with Strive. The team recently attended the WACPC State Dance Championships, where they have won 15 state titles in the past 10 years. This year they won first in Division I POM and first in Division I Jazz, making them back-to-back double state champions.
I bet I could do that. They could use a tap dancer.
I'm going to stop you right there. You might as well stick to Anime Club.
Crush my dreams. What if I tried Creative Writing Club instead? Freshman Trinity Eichner brings us our next story on the Creative Writing Club.
One of the lesser known but equally important clubs at FHS is the Creative Writing Club.
Well, Creative Writing Club is pretty special in that it's really student-led. I'm there to facilitate. We talk first, and then they do a writing prompt, and then they share that prompt.
This club is very casual and meets at the same time every week in Mr. Gould's room, C211.
We meet every Tuesday from 2:45 to 3:30. And we have a pretty fluid group. Some people come when they can. Some people have driver's ed or other groups, and so they can't be here all the time. It is a very friendly club. It is a very casual club. And the people that show up here really do want to write.
One special thing that the Creative Writing Club does is go to the Creative Writing Festival at UW-Whitewater.
And so kids enter their pieces in a variety of genres, and they compete against upwards of 800 students.
In addition to the field trip to the Creative Writing Festival, there are other benefits.
Well, you meet great friends, and there are friends outside of the club as well as inside of the club. And you get to try different styles of writing and maybe find out that you're way more creative than you ever thought you were.
Congratulations to Dan Janovich for winning 2nd place in Expository at this year's UW-Whitewater Creative Writing Festival.
We have some pretty young teachers here at FHS. Freshman Allie Stackhouse wondered if that was important in helping them relate to students.
This is currently my 2nd year.
I have worked here at FHS this is my 4th year. Our FHS English teachers are a few of the young educators that use their recent knowledge of the stresses in high school to make class more enjoyable and relaxing.
Being closer in age to my students can be helpful and a hindrance. Last year when I was teaching a majority seniors, it was definitely a little more difficult because I was only a few years older than them. We kind of switched how we were learning and made it more appropriate to what they were going to next year.
Research shows that 89% of students are not paying attention in school, so some of our youngest teachers do their best to make their classroom a healthy and engaging environment to learn.
My teaching style is a mashup of all the teachers that I liked in high school that were interesting to me and kept me engaged. To relate to students, I think back to how I engage with those classes and those teachers.
When my students come into class and they're like, I have this test and I'm really stressed, we take wellness walks and we walk around and we get to talk, and I get to talk to those students that are more stressed and help relieve some of that. And I have such a strong understanding of that with having just gone through, college and high school so recently that it's helpful.
FHS is lucky to have teachers who invest their time and effort into their students.
Shout out to Mr. Wassmiller and Miss Weston for bringing their new techniques here to FHS.
Speaking of new, have you checked out the new welding area yet? Freshman Jake Trentacosti takes us to Miss Bishog in the metals classes.
Here at Franklin High School, improvements are made yearly, but to Miss Bishog's welding shop, there's a big difference.
The welding and manufacturing room has a lot of new equipment this year. There are 5 new lathes and 3 new mills that have been put into the shop this year. Okay, so this is one of our new lathes, and basically what this is it's almost a pottery wheel turned on its side. And if you imagine where you would have your clay sitting on a table, we have metal coming out of this chuck. So as this tool is moving, you can see that it's machining down the surface of the metal there. Each machine costs several $1,000s, so they are definitely not cheap, but the school recognized the need to invest in machining and manufacturing because of the needs for students to have safe and state-of-the-art equipment to work on.
Having these professional machines means they have to be safer for students to use.
The new lathes have some really nice safety features. They've got guards installed to keep the machinists protected from chips. They have a brake so you can stop the machine at any time, and they also have an emergency stop, so we're really happy about those features. You can use the new lathes and mills if you take Intro to Machining. There's also new welding booths that were put up, so if you take Intro to Welding and Manufacturing, you'll get a chance to learn how to use the welders.
There are many high-paying and rewarding jobs in metals and manufacturing. Our program gets you ready to fill those positions. Many of the companies are willing to train high school graduates. See Miss Bishog for more information. Well, that's all we have for this week's show, FHS.
Make sure to check back in after break for our March Madness edition of the Saber Roar.
Subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter. Have a relaxing break. I cannot see anything.